In the group stage matches, Belgium was ranked #1 in Group G. Senegal was #2 behind France in Group I, so this could really be a tough match. The fans brought the energy this morning, hundreds of people flooding Seattle streets. Belgium supporters marched from Victory Hall to the Seattle Stadium at about 10:45, and you can see here in the video the energy was high. Bridget Chavez met people at the stadium as they made their way in. Bridget, what was it like out there?
Well, Jess, I know you have the bird's eye view, but it is a party here right outside of Seattle Stadium. There are thousands of fans, as you can see, just flooding, ready to get inside the stadium. Gates are open and the energy down here is electric. We've seen Belgian fans chanting, Senegal fans chanting. We're going to show you some video that we took on our way over here walking from the station. And again, guys, we're just hearing just incredible stories of people just really connected to these two teams, whether they're from these countries or not. Young kids telling us, specific players that they're rooting for because they play those same positions. People that are maybe not necessarily from Belgium that we spoke to, and say that they just have a connection because they met the players and they were so nice. So now they have this special connection and they're rooting for Belgium in this match. We did speak with a woman who tells us that she's from Africa and tells us that she made a vow that she would come to a round of 32 match if any team from Africa made it this far.
I made a vow that if an African team came to Seattle, especially a West African team, and made it to this round, I would be here. So I'm here. It's a big deal for us, and we're so excited.
I think the players, because when they just got to Seattle, like we went to their hotel and we got to see them all, and we even had a conversation with Onana, so that was very special to us.
And as you can just hear from, the passion and the love in those fans' voices, everybody down here just having a good time. We are seeing just a flood of people coming behind me, and you can even see above here the stands are starting to fill inside Lumen Field. We're going to be out here all day. We'll have more updates for you. We've seen some predictions from both sides. Lots of fun going on down here, but I'll send it back to you, Jess.
Yeah, thank you, Bridget. It looks fun out there, and you're right. It's a great morning, really impassioned fans. There was a major hurdle this year for the Senegal fans hoping to fly in for this match. As part of sweeping changes to the U.S. immigration system, President Trump imposed travel bans on a number of countries back in December, and Senegal among them. Under the new restriction, the U.S. stopped issuing tourist visas to Senegal nationals. There were exemptions made for athletes, staff, and immediate family, but fans were left with no path in. Senegal's spirit, though, still very much alive here in Seattle with the fans that they do have. Just over 1,100 people in the metro area identify as Senegalese, according to U.S. Census Bureau data, and this community is showing out for their country. Restaurants across the region hosting watch parties, but one in particular is turning today's match into a celebration of home. Taste of Jollof is a Sengambian restaurant in Des Moines. They're hosting a watch party complete with traditional West African food and drinks. On the other side, as for Belgium fans, they have already brought the energy once before to Seattle in June, the World Cup match against Egypt. Their team has also been based in Renton for the past 3 weeks, training at the Sounders facility between matches. That has turned Renton into a destination for World Cup fans, giving local restaurants, shops, and bars a welcome boost.
Well, it's really been nice for the small businesses, or at least for here, doing these watch parties. Nobody's ever done these watch parties like this.
It's been staying super busy. Everybody's been coming out, the community, getting together.
Whether you are rooting for Belgium or Senegal, this match is packed with big names, big expectations, and even a few personal connections. Both teams have taken very different paths to get here, and now it all comes down to 90 minutes. King 5's Savannah Welch reports on the players and stories that could define today's match.
It's a big day in Seattle and a historic one for soccer fans. Senegal and Belgium are set to face off at 1 o'clock this afternoon at Seattle Stadium in a first ever World Cup meeting with a spot in the next round on the line here. On one side, you've got Belgium's golden generation, players like Kevin De Bruyne, Thibaut Courtois, and Romelu Lukaku, who is still their all-time leading scorer. Belgium has been based in the Seattle area for the tournament, training down in Renton, so they really haven't had to travel as much as other teams during the tournament. This is a group that's been together through multiple World Cups. Belgium knows that in a win or go home match like this, there's no room for mistakes, especially with players like Doku back in the mix and De Bruyne still running the show in midfield. On the other side, Senegal comes in with a lot of momentum after that big 5-0 win to get here. That was the biggest World Cup win ever by an African team. Sadio Mane is known as the face of the team. He's one of the most famous players in Africa and is still the all-time leading scorer for Senegal. The team will have to play without their starting goalkeeper. He's out with a knee injury. The backup is expected to start today. That's Mory Diaw. There's actually a local connection here too. Belgium midfielder Amadou Onana was born in Senegal, which all of this really adds a personal layer here to the matchup back here in Seattle. There's expected to be a packed house here at Seattle Stadium today. Resale tickets are still available, but the cheapest tickets I found were about $460. Coming up in the next half hour, we'll hear from a family that has roots in Senegal but lives in Seattle and the turn of events that led them right to Seattle Stadium, where they'll be watching that match happening again right at 1 o'clock. Reporting by Seattle Stadium, Savannah Welch, King 5 News.
And don't forget, if you are heading out here, Pioneer Square is now a car-free pedestrian zone. It's the same for every World Cup match. The closures are running from James Street and Yesler Way all the way down to T-Mobile Park. Closures started this morning and they will continue up until 3 hours after the match ends. So Cup fans will have the streets to celebrate.